Today we have a 2006 Gibson SG Faded. It's like the real base model, basic SG, but it is a real Gibson and it's kind of the real deal. It's got just the dot inlays, doesn't have the trapezoid traditional Gibson, which I always prefer, but it's my first dot Gibson, and that's actually pretty cool. You kind of get used to it, especially if you're switching between Fenders and Gibsons. There's that to think about. Here's a picture of the headstock. Go ahead and take a look at that. Gibson SG. Again, 2006 Faded guitar. And I believe that this is I think it's called a Heritage Cherry. I actually prefer the brown ones. But this one's kind of cool too, I guess, in its own right. But I do have a Les Paul Faded, I think it's a 2016 or 17. That's in brown, and much prefer the color to this red, but this is still pretty cool. I can get along with it. It's all good. It's got the original tuners on it. Pretty much everything is original, the major parts. It's got the original tuners on it. I really like that the serial number when I saw this ends in 666. It's a 2006 and it ends in 666. Pretty funny, pretty cool as far as rock and roll. One of the major things that I noticed is I bought this extremely used. It was really, really, really beat up, and kind of brought it back to life. But one of the things I noticed once I got it home and started working on it was it has this mark here on the headstock. And I know a lot of people are saying, oh, it's gonna break any day now, it's a headstock break, yada, yada, yada. But honestly, I've been playing it for a few years now, and it's totally rock solid. It almost looks more like a scratch right here, but it really is probably the beginning of some sort of stress crack, but I'm not too worried about it at all. I went ahead and glued it with some wood glue, just made sure that it was all filled in, any holes that were there, and also kind of sanded and refinished, restained, I should say, to match that color red. But it's not a headstock break, and I don't really think it's going to, at least not for the time that I'm going to own it. But yeah, this guitar has been beat up. This thing is absolutely been played and loved on and worn like crazy. If you can see the back of it here, I don't know if you get a good angle on it, but there are some serious belt buckle rash and just scratches all over this thing. I mean, this thing was an absolute workhorse in somebody's stable at some point. It's been beat to crap, but I really like it. I did not have an SG. It'll probably be the only SG I ever own. And I really kind of wanted this body style. It's very, very light. I'm sure you guys know all this, but super light body, super fun to play, really, really resonant. I mean, it just rings out like crazy. It's awesome. It sounds really, really just basic design. Let's see, what are the things that I changed on it? The things that I changed on it, first of all, I did a setup. This thing was absolutely disastrous when I first got it. The setup was all over the place. And I've got this thing, I mean, the strings are just crazy low action, super fast, super playable. I just love the way it plays. There's no, the frets are all super good. There's no buzzing or fretting out on bends or anything like that. I think this is the original nut, I want to say. I did not change that out, I don't think. I might have actually, come to think of it. Looking at it, I might have put a new nut on it. So that might have been a change. The only other two changes I did is I put some pickup covers. This had the open style, and it just looked really plain. And I mean, I know that this is a bass guitar, but it just looked plain, and I just like the way that these look better for some reason. I just think they just look classier. And then I just changed out the knobs. I think I have the original knobs still too, but I just like these more kind of like, I think these are 70s style knobs, and really like it. Other than that, it's been a really great guitar. I just haven't changed too much. I absolutely love playing it, playing some blues or kind of crossroads type stuff, which I play from time to time. I guess that's about it. So again, 2006 Gibson SG. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Tell me what you think about these Faded. I think for the money that these are one of the best values on the market. I can't imagine wanting anything fancy or anything. I would say the only downside about this is it's got the the G string on the Gibsons is always, it's the one string that goes out of tune. You just learn to live with it. It's actually not too bad at all, to be honest, but it does happen. from time to time, and I just laugh about it and say, oh, it's a Gibson. And that's what happens. But yeah, this guitar is incredible, man. I really love it. What else can I tell you? I mean, it is what it is. I'm sure you've seen these before, but great, great guitars. The neck dive thing, the whole neck diving thing, I don't think is an issue. Never really has been. I just learned to play it a little bit differently. And yeah, these guitars are awesome, man. Highly, highly recommended. So guess that's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I want to get to at least 50 subscribers. Come on, guys. That way we can do some live shows. But I really love to do some live shows. So please get me to 50 subscribers at least. That's all I'm asking. I don't need 5 million, but just so I can go live. So hope you're having a great day. Hopefully your holidays were awesome and Christmas was real good to you. And all the best. It's your Blues Dad, and that's all I've got. Peace out.